Dear students, we will discuss an area which is important in the face where infection can spread intracranially. So that is why this is very crucial. So what is this area is? Look at that. This area. This covers upper lip, nose, that area. What is this triangle area is? See that this is the dangerous area of face. Often it is called a triangle of death. We know that anterior facial vein is there, which is formed by supraorbital and frontal veins, which drain nasal septum, adjacent area, upper lip, and eventually it forms the common facial and facial vein, common facial IJV, like that it drains. Now this is connected to intracranially to the cavernous sinus to pterygoid plexus. So it is flow here is bidirectional because there are no walls and there is no proper defascia here, so it doesn't have any support. So and barrier is not there, so infection spreads in both direction. So that's why any infection in this area, its chances, if not treated properly with antibiotics, it may spread into the across the pterygoid plexus into the cavernous sinus. Very dead red problem. Cavernous sinus thrombosis, infective thrombosis can occur, which leads into intracranial clinical features, visual problems, severe headache, and often much more importantly is life-threatening. That is the point which I want to stress actually. So before draining in this area, any abscess, before draining in this area, always start antibiotic under the umbrella of antibiotic. Once you start antibiotic, then drain it. So that antibiotic coverage is there, septic foci, infective focus, infective emboli, whatever way it is, it will not reach the cavernous sinus because already it is contained to the local area with the help of the antibiotic. That's what exactly. So forceful manipulation of oil and infective can cause. This point is very important. That's why don't force it. Wait, give proper antibiotic. Wait for 24 to 48 hours. Let it localize, then drain it. That's what exactly important. So the diagrammatic view of dangerous area. See that it's also called a triangle of death. Very dangerous. Proper antibiotic is a must. So cavernous sinus thrombosis is a life-threatening condition, often high fever, headache, and all these cranial nerve palsies can occur. Encephalitis, meningitis, pituitary infection, epidural, subdural abscess, and abscess or empyema. So this is much more dreaded problem is a cavernous sinus thrombosis. That is why we are worried about this dangerous area. So dangerous area, which area is important? How it connected to the cavernous sinus thrombosis? Pathway also important, remember? And it is often asked as MCQ question, why you are oxy in different situations. Short note also may be asked. It's a dangerous area. You can always refer my manual of surgery and clinical methods in surgery after infection. It is given in detail what exact treatment and pathway also. So students can answer the MCQs. Thymus gland abscess seen in congenital syphilis is called as Faucher's abscess, Politezy abscess, Douglas abscess, Dubois abscess. Please put it in the comment box, right answer. I will appreciate, acknowledge your answer and put the right answer later. The most common type of anthrax is cutaneous, respiratory, alimentary, meningeal. Again, put the right answer in the comment box. I will acknowledge your answer. Never give up. We have so many hurdles in life, in profession, in work, in family, but never give up. Some solution somewhere we'll find out. That's the exact meaning of today's quotation. Go through my SRB manual of surgery, my SRB clinical methods in surgery, and SRB's operative surgery, two volume extensive book that gives every step of surgery with around more than 10,000 illustrations. New edition has come, third edition. Manual of surgery covers all CBM syllabus, general surgery, gastrosurgeries, thyroid, endocrine, breast, and urology, specialty, neurosurgery, cardiothoracic, instruments, specimens, operative surgery, and with the MCQs, online MCQs through the book, and case scenarios with a lot of illustrations, photos, diagrams. So it is more than sufficient for UGs and PGs to understand surgery. So please have my SRB manual of surgery current edition and also SRB clinical methods in surgery current edition. Everything clinical method I covered, all chapters, all for example hernia, breast, thyroid, general examination, GI examination, kidney examination, urology examination, hydrocele, swellings, ulcer, everything is covered up. Briefly, orthopedic also, with the instrument again, specimens, images, everything covered. And each examination, like hernia examination, video of examining hernia is there. Breast examination, breast lump examination, video is there. Thyroid examination, video is there. Peripheral vascular disease examination, video is there. Like that, every system is with the video, with the proper diagrams, lot of photos, and correct method of this one with the K-shaped rating and differential diagnosis in a tabular form, and also with the reasoning why it is clinical analysis. But there is no management because it's a clinical method book. So management concepts are not there. That you have to go through my manual of surgery and my atlas of tissue approximation. 100 book atlas shows brief for properly how to do suturing of different with the video. Properly different suturing techniques in detail. So please again purchase and go through my these 3-4 books. It will be very, very useful, and you can complete your surgical career, understand surgery, both UGs and PGs. And also subscribe my YouTube channel for daily lectures and regular live sessions to enhance your surgical knowledge easier way, because it is free. So students, I hope you have understood this lecture very well. Thank you so much.